2019 semifinals, we are straight into draft, as Invictus Gaming have selected Blue Side, Bandaway, Renekton, and Rise, and the response so far, Pantheon.
Rise will probably keep being banned. I have to assume Akali coming in now for FPX is the expected one, and that's what they do. Kiana is still open in this draft, and Kai'Sa plus Xayah were the other two bans we had in the first game. Oh, Kiana no longer open.
They're not letting that through any longer. So big with those AoEs. And if you don't have both parts of that, it becomes a much weaker pick. Rumble, right, is very good when you have stuns and you have setup.
Yes.
And Tian was doing a good job of corralling people onto the Rumble ultimate, in addition to Doinb having a big impact on his own.
Okay, Graga's priority still very high coming in. FPX in the last game did not grab an early jungler. Well, they did because they had Kiana, right? But it was initially, we thought, mid. They swapped it to jungle after. I want to see in this one if they want to grab things like Elise in the early game or not, or if they just want to save it again for later.
I really like Elise because that opens up the possibility of those early dives, right? If you are splitting the map and you're isolating some of these bad lane matchups, you can get so much more out of it if you have a champion that can go for a dive early on, deny minion waves like that.
Kai'Sa coming in as well.
Now, the Kai'Sa was obviously the Jackie Love pick, and with Xayah being banned out, I was surprised. I wondered if the Kai'Sa got first pick, the Varus could have been the answer, etc., something we've seen a lot.
Yeah,
now let's see what Jackie Love falls back to.
We can still get the Varus here into the Kai'Sa, or you can save AD carry for later, because there are actually quite a few good AD carry matchups against Kai'Sa specifically. Also some of the ones we don't see too often. You don't have to necessarily instant counter picker, but Varus Tahm Kench, that's what we saw from FPX against Fnatic. That's what we get from IG now into the Kai'Sa as well. This is a winning bot lane for IG that will be able to push and have pressure.
And as much chaos as there was in the middle of the game with people going for plays simultaneously across the map, Jackie Love's Varus was very, very good.
Yeah.
He got the kills in the mid lane. He hit every single ultimate that we saw him fire on screen. And that setup is devastating. Tahm Kench can devour someone to reset tower aggro if you're looking to push it even further.
Now we have to look at FPX. They get the first pick in the second phase. Typically that's going to be like a gangplank that you put up in the top lane, and then you last pick mid for Doinb. I do want to highlight that the Nautilus, it is a flex pick for them. It can still go to the mid lane if they want to then try and counter pick the Tahm Kench specifically down in the bot lane. I'm not expecting it to happen. Doinb has a million picks he can use as last pick here, so that's why I'm looking at like GP as a potential pick now, unless they feel like they have a flex between the two solo laners they want to grab instead.
Yeah, I'm so scared to pick GP versus Invictus Gaming because, the Shy can run Vladimir into that, then have big scaling and big team fight as well. And in an isolated matchup with those two players, I think skill difference means a lot.
I'm actually surprised they didn't ban the Vladimir on their side, unless they want to play it themselves.
Yeah, I don't think you can pick GP with that up, so they'll keep
I'm waiting for this one. There's Nautilus mid then.
Yep.
We get the Blitzcrank.
And that's exactly what you were talking about just a moment ago. The ability to flex the Blitz into the TK.
I just didn't think they would show it already.
2 for the price of 1 on that rocket grab if you manage to secure it. And it leaves the question open of the ability to counterpick in the top lane for Gimgoon. And we'll see what he decides to lock in. Now, what direction does Invictus go? They've got Varus, TK, and the Gragas, so we're looking for those solo laners, Kobe.
Yeah, and they're already facing some point and click and some dive as well. If they go for the solo lane Lucian, then it has to be that. Yep, they have the Vladimir, bringing it together, that top win for the Shy. It doesn't matter if you early pick Gangplank or not. He'll be confident.
So Lucian into Nautilus is what we're anticipating. Mordekaiser now locked in for fun plus Phoenix, and we're going to have some fun with this game.
Yeah, Mordekaiser goes top in this one from FPX. The Nautilus mid from Doinb, it's such a famous pick for him. I think some European fans will have seen it in the LEC where it's built full tank. Doinb, he does like to go for the AP route as well, where you go for Proto Belt early game and you have a bit more burst damage and you can actually really do a lot in the start of the game. You have Blitzcrank bot lane, it signals. It's not like last game where they were playing to top lane with the Rumble roaming up. It is to the bottom lane now. Tahm Kench is a lot squishier in the early game, so you can just hook him and kill him. You don't have to go for the other targets.
Yeah, it's crazy because late game you deal with the situation. Mordekaiser actually is very good at going for split pushing and buying time, even if extra resources are sent up to deal with them, because you just ult the weakest target, go for your 1-for-1 trade, and if they stick around to finish you off anyways, then you've wasted more time. And during that, having 2 hook champions on your team, you can pressure so heavily on the other side.
Now, this is the second time we've seen that Mordekaiser played at Worlds by Gimgoon. He lost the first game. He's played it 4 times in the LPL. He went 3-1 on that champion. And I'm very excited at such a different flavor of draft from what we saw in game 1, but we're still going to see a lot of roaming and a lot of impact on the sign lanes from Doinby.
Very, very true. But also one thing to highlight about Mordekaiser, he does make life a lot harder for Tahm Kench. You can't really save someone if they're not right there with you. So it's another advantage they can look for in the late game when they have a lot of pick potential and they're just trying to constantly find one target.
I absolutely love it. Varus TK gets locked in. We see the flex on Nautilus to unlock the Blitzcrank, the Mordekaiser as well, amplifying that impact. And this is just beautiful. If I saw that correctly, it actually looks like LWX is using the IG Kaiser. And I also love that, defending world champion, down 0-1. Jackie Love staring down his own outfit from the 2018 season.
Is this one of those games where you have to battle your previous self?
Yes.
And take down your past demons? Well, game number 1 was FPX showcasing the power of the elements. Game number 2, welcome to Hook City, my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Double hooks here set up for possible picks.
And probably, again, back to the normal FPX camp, the bot lane style. It felt weird almost in the last game. They kept going top, but it doesn't matter because Doinby picked up all the kills anyway.
And so important, Tien didn't really have a huge impact in the early game in terms of at least kills. Doinby's roams did so much, but it is Tien and Doinby that transformed this Fun plus Phoenix lineup. And you look at their win-loss in 2018, they were 17-21. Match series. When you look at the win-loss in 2019, 27-3 regular season beast because of the impact that Tien and Doinby are having.
Exactly. Without Tien and Doinby, didn't make playoffs, then they got kicked out immediately in the first round. Once they were added, completely different story. Here's another invade from FPX, though, on the bottom half of the map, trying to get that isolation once again.
And again, makes it scary for the bot lane. They guarantee that the bot lane of FPX, they have more pressure in the early game because of a jungler nearby. You can't push forward as IG right now. You might just get ganked level 2 then.
Once again, as well, in this Champion Select, we're showcasing the differences of Rookie and Doinby. Now, when FPX lock in that Blitzcrank, they know that it's going to be a Nautilus mid, and Rookie immediately answers with another lane bully matchup, Lucian. You have to try and get the maximum out of the pressure early on, because you know that Doinby is going to look to set up his teammates, is going to look to roam around with that crowd control.
Can't even gank it really, because he's level 2 on the Lucian, and you only have a level 1 Nautilus right there. So Tien, he did show very quickly, but then obviously walks up. He did take, I think, the big croc down there, and then he was forced back due to the ward from IG, so they know that he's left the area. But still, it gave that early push over to FPX, and that's the important thing for the bottom lane, and one of the reasons they do this invade.
And as you can see, with him going from red side to red side, it locks out Ning from any more possible camps. He left behind the small Krug on bottom side, some small little pieces to delay the respawns of these camps, so that even the next respawn is going to be further in the future, and there's wards previously in place here to cut off any other ganking options for Ning. So very intelligent play from FPX and Tien specifically.
And we didn't really get a whole lot from Ning in the last game, even though he had 2 strong solo lanes to play around early. He tried to defend top, he obviously got 1 kill in return, and that was about it for his impact. In this game here now, we need to see a bit more from him, because he needs to stop Doinby from ever leaving this mid lane.
And Tien knows Ning has no options left because he jungled all of that bottom half of the map. So he has to be around here somewhere Gonna go for the crab while Ning waits patiently for the Nautilus gank, but Crisp is roaming up first.
Oh man, Rookie's a little low on mana. LWX and Crisp is coming up. There's the dredge line, the flash, the fist. Rocket grab not even needed. It manages to catch out Rookie. He's locked down in place. Heal is used. Flash is available to him. Rookie manages to escape with his life. FPX on the board.
It's just so beautiful. Jungling is a team effort here, and FPX are showcasing that like no other. They group up, allow Tian to go for the invade. They counter jungle the camps. He knows he's got nowhere else to go, so they send everyone up through the river, and once they get vision on Ning, he's a dead man walking.
No way for him to get out. He knows if he flashes the first hook, then Blitzcrank will just follow him anyway and lock him down. So ends up saving the summoner. But I love it also because worst case here for FPX, they just try and force Rookie's flash if Ning is not sitting there. So they use the early invade once again to guarantee first push in the bot lane, and then they roam to mid at level 3.
And Deficio, 3 out of 4 games in the quarterfinals, Fun plus Phoenix invaded Fnatic's blue buff to invade. So for 2 for 2 in the semifinals, they're invading the jungle to start setting up plays. And 2 for 2, Crisp has comboed with Tian for some support. Now, Rookie's low on HP, he's got the flash available, but again, Crisp and Tian moving in to support Doinb.
That's why we always try and highlight the facilitators on FPX. So much of their game is about that team play. Tian obviously trying to keep up that pressure, but with the recall, they're going to have to give up that wave.
LWX takes a lot of damage. That's the 2 for 1, but look at no turret aggro, a lot of minions to deal with. It looked flashy, but didn't have a huge impact.
And we know that 2v2 with Tahm Kench is going to be strong, especially because Blitzcrank keeps roaming around. I still want to see, though, with FPX if they can keep this up, because IG, it's pure muscle. It's like every lane, skilled players who can try and win and carry for the team, and FPX is just so coordinated between multiple lanes, and that's why they can pull off these plays.
In addition to that, they're also gaining more information. It's a very smart team here. You see these wards. That is Tian's ward. That is Crisp's ward. They're not just going for these roams mid. They're not just going for these invades, but they're leaving behind the setup for the next play, which is information.
Exactly. Very, very true. And it's going to be interesting to see how IG can actually answer, because Ning won't really get to have a lot of impact in the early game when he's constantly spotted. Luckily, as I said before, he didn't use his flash during that little fight. He knew, okay, I'm going to die here no matter what. So he does have a body slam flash engaged in him. It was hard to find a target because bot lane is pushed in permanently by Varus and Tahm Kench. Tian is around. Counter gank can happen now. Tian should know that a counter gank is possible because the Croc camp is up and there's a chance it's been taken by Ning.
Jackie Love and Baolan backed away, so they weren't at risk of being caught up by that rocket grab. And Tian now making his way towards this mid lane. Rookie still holding on to his flash. We did catch a brief glimpse, by the way. The Shy and Gimgoon, they're just trading farm. Not very exciting right now in terms of that matchup. And we'll wait to see when they eventually start joining the games with those teleports. They've got access to their ultimates and already had the backs.
And this is a turning point. What we just saw on screen, Doinb pushing the wave. Level 6 on Nautilus gives him that threat onto Rookie so that he has to give up the minion wave. Now Doinb can get access to the river, the honey fruit, and roaming with Tian. They immediately link up for the blue buff invade here.
And that's really the very fascinating thing about, people talking about his own mechanical skill, like Doinb, which obviously is at a very high level. Some people can argue whether it's
Some people say he's the worst mid laner of the semifinals.
Sure. It's different opinions coming in, and people are valuing different things from a player. I think when you have a player like Doinb who's clearly extremely smart about how to play the game and snowball through mid, let's see actually what happens here.
Yeah, that's something important to know, how FWX FPX are around him. LWX is in trouble. He manages to escape with his life for now. Teleport's coming down. Top lane is looking to join the fray. The Shy jumps in, but now all of a sudden Invictus, they're caught out and surrounded. Ning will get pulled backwards and shut down. Gimgoon picks up the first of this fight. Now Rookie continues to put the hammer down, stepping forward with those passive autos. Gimgoon and LWX escape with their lives.
And they get smashed here. Invictus Gaming now on the run. They dodge the hook, so I think they should be able to get out, but that is Ning and the Shy both down here.
Ning, he saved the flash. He used it right here to start the fight. He actually got 2 people with it, but IG did not have the damage right here. The Shy TP'd in, but it's an early game Vladimir. Despite landing so much AoE damage onto FPX, he couldn't actually secure a kill, and they lose that skirmish. Things get even harder now for IG.
Outfought in the jungle here, forced by Ning. Let's see if they can get anything off of the reset. take another look at how this set up. Of course it was, you know, fighting over the ward here, and they get the slow with Tahm Kench's tongue to be able to set this up, but the follow-up isn't there because LWX flashes further and the teleports are immediately channeled.
Yeah, and then with TP plus Doingbe's ulti, it stops Rookie from actually moving forward, so he couldn't really continue damage onto LWX or Crisp. And now while the Shy gets in and actually is in the backline as a Vladimir, it's too early in the game for him to just burst someone down.
I love these team fights already, and FPX come out with around 1,000 gold lead. 3 kills to 0, and it's spread across Gimgoon, Doombi, and Crisp for now. But again, it's just that teamwork that we keep seeing out of FPX. They are on the same page. They're picking the right targets. They're teleporting in at the right time, and they've got themselves another early advantage.
Want to see what happens bot now. Ning, ulti is ready. No flash, obviously, on his side. Predator is available. Will just do his camp. But just to wrap up the Doingbe thing, like, as someone who is now actually scouting talent and looking at players and all kinds of different things, finding a player who's able to play at extremely high level individually, okay, whatever, just fight.
Yep, that's extremely high level. That's a very good flash. And Crisp ends up trading 1 for 1, but that is advantageous for the next time they try.
And you know what that means? Possible Dragon setup here because they've just taken all the priority out of mid. LWX going to kite long enough, and FPX.
I love this. Fight, fight, fight! Ning gets caught up by Tian inside the river. Crisp kills Jackie Love. Bowline's the next target. It's donated to LWX.
And this is FPX winning pressure on mid lane. They get the flash out of Rookie. They push Rookie under tower, and then they move into the river. That's bad communication from Invictus.
Oh, yeah.
Why can you chase up into that river? That is now FPX territory as they've just taken away any possibility of Rookie coming down.
If IG are not able to just dominate the lanes 1v1, 2v2 and actually shut down FPX, then they will get out-rotated. They just went missing mid. Why are you fighting in the river? You know they're going to come from mid lane way before your own mid laner can join.
There's actually zero communication there, and it costs them their lives.
Exceptional killer instinct from LWX to dodge the chain of corruption at the start of the fight. And the thing is, you can't win the 1v1 mid or top when it's a 3v1. Because
Exactly.
FPX keeps sending the resources and the support to get their team ahead.
And that's why, again, the early starts where they secure the push into the first roam, it's key. It stops Rookie from just getting a bunch of plates and like putting Doingbe too far down. And it's the constant connection between the 4 players on the bottom side and why FPX are so good when they get to play on this side of the map. Crisp roaming, Tian playing around mid, and then you can't actually shut him down. Almost.
I held my breath a little bit there. Jackie Love definitely knowing the limits of that rocket grab. Ning was waiting in the bushes to set up a play. 0-2-0 on that Gragas for now. He's got himself the Predator available, still waiting. Ultimate's up as well.
Finally, IG have some control bot though. They have a bunch of wards in the river. They actually have a strong Lucian with Blade completed.
All right, there's going to be a gank mid. No fight bottom yet. Dredgeline will tag. Remember, no flash from earlier. Remember, the punish was in. Chain of Corruption comes in. Belly Pop goes out. LWX is down. Ning manages to secure the kill with a great devour from Bowland. Now the tower's under threat as well.
And that is the first moment where Invictus have been on the attack. They've been reeling this entire game, but Ning waits in the brush for a very long time. They're finally rewarded with the kill, but here comes a roam from Tian.
All
I think
right.
that should be fine, though.
Rocket Grab will tag himself a Catfish. Bowland's in trouble. Sonic Wave catches onto Jackie Love. Steps forward. The body pop is going to be enough, and Jackie Love blows up Tian. The damage came out of nowhere. Doombi will Dredgeline into the wall, but he gets the flash from Jackie Love, and now Bowland is being burnt down alive.
Ooh.
The Rocket Grab almost catches Ning, but the body slam gets him out.
IG felt like they could push the turret because Doombi was mid without any mana. But FPX, they knew, okay, we can walk down, we can place what he will TP in. It is a 1-for-1 trade, though. Jackie Love did get the kill.
And Doombi, he's putting out so much pressure. Oh, here we go. Mordekaiser ult.
He's inside the death realm. Come on, hit him with an obliterate. The Shy's going to use the W to escape. Hemoplague is down, and the Shy escapes with his life for now.
It's actually crazy. Doombi is putting out so much pressure. He gets priority on lane. Easy setup there with Nautilus. Actually uses ult into
Yeah, just
hook
lane gank.
to find the kill. And then off of the reset, since he has teleport and Rookie's constantly under pressure, it means once again FPX win the bottom part of the map.
2 plates left bot lane on FPX's turret right here. They're now swapped up to top side to secure the Herald. But we can see IG is also around. They did the exact same thing with their bottom lane. Jackaloff has TP, so don't worry. He can actually join if needed.
I'm
All
worried.
right, Rocket Grab won't
Don't
find
be
a
worried
target.
yet.
Rookie's able to
Hold
pick
me.
up the blue buff. He's got himself that Blade of the Ruined King and a couple seconds left before the turret plates fall. Mid lane will lose yet another. The potential for a fight is high every time these champions come together, and especially with Crisp fishing for those hooks.
Exactly. Blitzcrank and Nautilus are some of the champions that just kind of have this dread, this aura around you. Feel like your teammates are going to get hooked at any moment. Even when you're saying, oh yeah, don't worry, we're splitting the map. There's only a couple of them. At any moment, you expect that kill feed to pop up on your screen.
Yep.
Someone's been hooked. Someone is dead.
That's another.
Someone's been hooked.
There we go. Nobody's dead yet, though. Baolan's flash gets him out to safety.
And the bot lane turret actually survived. Jackaloff realized he had to back away because FPX got control over mid and just forced him to go back in the Shy.
Okay, that was
Okay, let's see
kind
what
of
happens,
awkward. Doomby takes some damage. Remember, blue buff and blade. That's a body slam. Flash barrel from Ning. Ends up missing the chain of corruption, but it may not matter. Doomby stays alive a few seconds longer. Doomby stays alive. He's still alive until now. Rookie finally cuts him down. The teleports come in. Here comes the Shy. Emo Plague is in, but IG are on the retreat. FPX, they've got themselves a kill. Now it's in return as Invictus Gaming turn their attention to Gimgoon. Piercing arrow comes down. The rocket grab will not go underneath the tower. Invictus finds 2.
The only unlucky thing is that there's not really an objective they could grab after it, but this is such a big moment for Invictus. They had to make a stand like that. They could not allow Dornby to get away with hooks like that in the mid lane. If you let him get away with that hook, the game is forfeit. Ning's not having any of it, and he finally makes another offensive play here for Invictus.
Yeah, we thought we had like 30 seconds to talk here because they wouldn't engage, but Doomby did it anyway. Ning, great engage again, actually gets the double body slam. And now, when two guys are TPing in, Vladimir has a bit more damage. The fight is already in IG's favor because they killed the mid laner. And WX actually tries to jump in to secure 1 kill. They just don't have enough damage at this point because they already lost the Nautilus.
I was so convinced LWX was going to kill everybody in that What's Your Move replay. But what does it give us the state of the game? Round 2, 1,500 gold lead for FPX, 7 kills to 4. Bottom tower was lost by FPX, so it's 1-1 in that regard. And the Mountain Drake is the next objective, which Invictus Gaming have already started.
And I was about to mention how the Shy has not been able to have an impact on the game. If we look at game 1 with the Quinn, where he was shut down due to roams. Game 2, where he's just farming on a Vladimir. He still wants more time. Rest of IG gave up a lot of kills on bottom side. FPX forced a lot of great fights with Tian and Doingby, especially around the mid lane, and Chris constantly roaming in. IG needs to stop the bleeding still and make sure the Shy can actually scale so he can carry a late game fight.
It's so tough to stop the bleeding when Crisp is going fishing.
Works.
He's looking for targets. The bottom tower is still standing. And as far as items are concerned, they're still continuing to scale up. Doomby is going to step forward, not find the dredge line this time.
Blitzcrank, such a champion that relies so much on vision. It really is night and day, right? If you're able to invade the jungle like this, clear out Invictus Gaming wards and leave behind all of these control wards, this creates extra pockets where FPX can rotate between the lanes. You constantly have to wonder if there is a hook waiting in that brush to pull you off, and that makes them second guess themselves.
It does indeed, and especially when you're in that deficit as well. For Invictus, they still have to claw their way back in. Tian waiting in the top lane. No flash for the Shy. He's got the Proto Belt if he needs it. Just about to hit level 11 as well. And here comes Chris for the support.
Tom Kench, he's in range right now. Ning
Quick
is
pull
around as well.
All right, that's a Proto Belt forward. Could this be the death of the Shy? Let's find out. Silenced, Rocket Grab, Killer Instinct. No, the Abyssal Voyage will come in, but Baolan does not want to be here. He may not be in trouble, though, as Ning is coming to support.
Right there, FPX, they chained the initial CC into Ignite, so they know he's now low enough. We can actually kill him in the pool. The Shy did not want to pull early. Maybe did not expect Baolan to show up so quickly. Oh, Baolan.
Well, Baolan gets caught out. Dredge line pulled back, and the damage is going to be there, but that's a good barrel. Ning is now going to get caught by the depth charge. LWX steps forward. That's another kill to Fun Plus Phoenix and another tower.
Someone gets hooked. Someone is dead. And FPX will take the tower afterwards. They again will be able to clean up more objectives.
This feels like a 4 versus 5 because, yes, Gimgoon has teleported into a fight, but he's just been on wave clearing duty because the rest of FPX are working so well together to press the advantage.
It was actually very nice nice CC change from FPX. So once Chris gets just in range for the AoE of the silence of this Blitzcrank, this is the big part. So the Shy can ult or pull up until he gets this close. But when Crisp is able to get that close to you, there is no possible recourse until now. And now you're already dead with the Ignite on you out of this pool. So there isn't any hope, even though Baolan tries to heal him out of it.
Yeah, it just seems like he wanted to try and get out of range of the actual silence so that he could pull when he saw the hook, but obviously he could not get out of range in time, and that's why he ends up going down here. And IG, whenever they try and defend, other than that one fight in mid where Doing B obviously engaged way too aggressively, whenever they try and defend, someone else just dies because of it, because they're always a man down, they're always too late to the fight. FPX are just one step ahead. The team play keeps winning out.
What's the time, Invictus? Is it late or too late to defend the Shy? Gimgoon stepping forward. That Realm of Death is available to him, and he's thrown it down. Now the tower will be the focus. The Shy is locked out of the fight for now. We'll rejoin in just a moment. Crisp steps forward. Where's the rocket grab? Flash catches a minion. That's not good enough. The Shy should just about go down. Taken out by the ultimate of Blitzcrank, and LWX steps forward. Shoots out the Ecathian Rain, and are they done with the siege? It feels like it.
Yep, really good call from FPX because they know Rookie has no teleport. This is just a Lucian top with heal and flash. So there is nothing that's going to stop them going for this dive on bottom side, no matter how long it takes.
5,000 gold just about in the lead. JackeyLove will not find the piercing arrow, but thanks to that solo gold in the top lane, Essence Reaver picked up along with the Blade of the Ruin King for Rookie, but the problem is IG are so far behind.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for Vladimir. Vladimir only because he's the late game here for IG to try and destroy FPX. Once again, they come down. They are slightly too late to actually defend the turret. The moment the turret drops, they know they have to run away. Obviously, their flash hook right there, not successful. First mistake, I think we can say, of the game from him.
But how important is the fact that Gimgoon is up 45 CS? He's got that ultimate to sort of remove Vladimir from a fight, and if FPX can find a kill during that timing window of Realm of Death, maybe his scaling may not even come into play.
I mean, obviously Mordekaiser scales well on his own, and he can just like isolate JackeyLove in a fight and win that 1v1 super easily. So it has value. Obviously, you will always take it. I think the key thing is just more you're keeping the Shy down. I think that's more important for you than necessarily your own Mordekaiser getting a ton of farm.
Yeah, it's a level 12 now, Vladimir. He just stings up one here. Proto Belt and some magic penetration to his name. Let's see if FPX can actually play out the critical moment, though, because we're entering the 20 to 25 minute mark here where Baron is the objective that actually draws you out into the map. And once again, Invictus Gaming are faced with a very similar scenario here where they have to try and fight through this control from FPX lest they get pulled in and picked off again.
And it is important to highlight that FPX on red side don't have the same thing where they can sit in the Baron pit and then just like hook people over the wall into the Baron pit and kill them. IG have a few more ways they can try and defend, you know, a few more avenues into the river, so they don't have to just walk straight into a Blitzcrank.
It's so challenging as well because obviously they still have to fight through the darkness if they don't have some vision pushed forward. The observers are highlighting all the wards now.
Yeah, I mean, life sucks when you lose the early game.
Yes,
not fun to play then.
And of course, in the previous game, between like 20 and 25 minutes, it was ward attrition, pushing vision forward, pushing vision back, and eventually FPX found that beautiful window to secure Baron uncontested, pick up a kill onto Nick, and then literally win the game 2 minutes later.
I also want to see with the Nautilus here, because when you do build AP, your scaling is not that great once you go further into the game. Right now you're strong, you actually have quite a lot of damage on your side, and the Hourglass, of course, is key in these fights here, but you do become fairly squishy in the late game, and you can actually go down against double AD carry, especially, before you even get to burst them, because you have to get in fairly close range to get the full combo.
Rushing it.
Okay, Invictus stepping forward. Crisp is already there. Tian and LWX making their way around. Teleport coming into the north as well as the rest of FunPlus moving in. Invictus coming back away. They've got themselves some TPs, but they can't get out alive. This is trouble. The static field goes down. Crisp gets blown up and killed by JackeyLove. Gimgoon, he steps all the way forward. He's holding on to his flash. That's another for Invictus. They found themselves back in the game. Here comes Doinby and Tian. Gimgoon's inside the pit. He's taken out. 3 to Invictus. The Dredgeline comes back and Doinby. He wants to save it, the super carry of FPX, but there's not enough damage. Invictus are right back in it.
What? FPX? They just had to wait a moment longer for Doinby to get there, and Chris brushes it right into the waiting arms of Invictus Gaming.
Why would they wait? They've never waited before, and FPX are punished for it.
But what an insane call from IG. You're behind. You've been behind all game long. Whenever you group as 5, you lose so far. But you're saying we can rush the bound, we can take the fight.
Look at the mini-map during this replay. Doinby is there on Nautilus running
Tien
from
is killing
mid
a ward.
And Tien is killing ward. But Crisp goes for the pull. This is what, when I said they have to force, I was talking about Invictus Gaming. And Crisp does it for them. Solo on the Blitzcrank while the rest of the team is spread out. This is the team. FPX, they were the chosen ones. They were the team play team, Deficio. And yet, in the critical moment, they rush it at the Baron. Invictus Gaming now will certainly cheer after that one.
Yes, I love seeing that. And this is what the best of the LPL has had this year. Spring champions IG, summer champions FPX, and the gold graph has swung. IG were down like 5K. They've got Baron and they've got themselves back into this game.
And it's the willingness to make a play that can lose you the entire game, but you don't care because you actually, this can work. Yes, okay, it was a bit of a setup with the Blitzcrank helping you right there, but they stayed as 5. They instantly turned when they saw the hook, and they won the fight. Another hook though.
Okay, Rookie will get devoured. There's the ultimate from Nautilus, but here comes Ning! Welcome back! That's a kill onto Doinby. Now Gimgoon is in some trouble inside the blue buff of his own jungle. The Shy picks up a solo kill. The crowd in Madrid go mad as IG continue the siege.
Never try and find the vampire in the death realm. That is the Shy's realm. That's going to open the door to their realm as well. FPX's defenses will crumble. It's a Baroned up IG. That could be game.
This is 23 kills in 25 minutes. The average game time when these two fought at the LPL was 29 minutes. The previous game ended in 28, but can FPX delay it? Invictus Gaming are on the siege. It's a 5 versus 3 for now. Doinby survives, spawns in 3 seconds. Tian gets blown up and taken down. Shy gets another. The Nexus is now the focus. Doinby, can he save it for FPX? There's a lot of damage onto Invictus Gaming with the Shy. He's healing up with that transfusion. Dredgeline finds nobody, and LWX is hammering away. The Captain Ray's doing work. The Nexus survives, and Fun Plus are not done yet.
They defend for now. Only one turret dropped. All of IG are trying to back away.
This is exactly what we wanted to see, and Fun Plus now have to recover from a phenomenal passage of play from IG.
And what, it's like 5 minutes ago, we were talking about how FPX were winning every fight. They were always one step ahead of IG. As long as they, grouped together, they would catch them out. The Shy, he wasn't in the game yet. He needed more time.
Literally just talking about their communication and how well they're working together, and yet, let's take another look at it. All right, starts out. Crisp here is going to try and pull them in. You think at this point with the Baron, Invictus Gaming are going to rush it down. But FPX, no, they have to stall long enough for the revivals to come through.
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, when Doinby and LWX managed to get the damage down, running out of minions underneath the Nexus turret as well. Look, it's still Invictus in control and in an advantageous position, but FPX are not done yet.
Well, they're going straight for the Drake here. Let's see, IG, 4 members here. The Shy, he's coming.
Okay, he will not be there in time to stop the Drake. Doinby, no flash available to him. Ning just gets blown up. Invictus Gaming now need to be saved. That's a great kickback from Tian. That's another kill as LWX continues to push forward. He's already used the killer instinct. Tian stepped forward to the great ward rush. Now the Shy is in trouble. Death Run will wear out in just a moment. All of a sudden, over the wall, Rookie is wrecking Tian and Crisp. They are forced to run away. Sonic Wave. Lee Syndrome forward. Tian doesn't get the kill yet. Crisp continues to look. Rocket grab, rocket grab, rocket grab. It misses. Baolan survives, and FPX are now in control.
FPX win the fight here. IG were not ready to take it when Ning got hooked over the wall and just bursted down. Ning has actually had some insane engages so far in the game, but this time he was caught out. FPX win the fight. I was about to say before it started, now it's a different game. The Shy is in the late game. He's super fed. The Nautilus AP is going to fall off. Double AD carry. But when you hook the enemy jungler instantly, you can still win the fight.
Seems like the overhype is affecting everyone here, because chasing into the darkness versus the double hook team, this time around, FPX bait them in. Chris plans that one. They kill Ning immediately. Then they focus down LWX, and it is just a scatter here for Invictus. Everyone getting hyphy. A little bit of an overchase after the game has swung back and forth.
I don't think it's hyphy when this is the standard for how these two teams play each other. It's just
That's my secret, quick shot. I'm
war.
always hyphy.
Exactly, Kobe. Even game in gold. 13-7 in kills. FPX have the Dragon advantage, and their inhibitor spawns in 2 minutes. Baron's up in 1, so advantage to IG if they can push some vision into the jungle.
And I'm looking at the Shy here, level 15. He needs 1 more level for himself. He has 3 fully completed items now. If he gets into the backline, then no one can actually kill him. If, however, Mordekaiser just ults him straight away to try and remove him, at least from the fight, there is an opportunity then for LWX to dive onto double AD carry on the side of IG and kill someone.
And honestly, if I'm on FPX right now, I vote for Gimgoon to sacrifice
You're
himself.
not fast and good enough to be on this team. I'm just gonna say that. Like you
Why
would
are you gonna crush my dreams like
you would
that?
hold them down.
You tell me I gotta reach for the stars, Officio.
And if you miss, you'll be with the moon, Kobe. But what would Gimgoon need to do to win the fight?
I would vote for him to sacrifice himself and Mordekaiser ult the Shy as the Shy goes for a flank.
Yeah, exactly.
If you gotta take one for the team. You gotta jump on that grenade and hopefully the rest of your team wins the 4v4 during the time.
I love that.
And if they lose, it's not your fault. You can be like, guys, I did my job.
Exactly. Hopefully the team wins it. Look at the setup right now. FPX have been trying to push that mid lane. The top lane, it looks like, is just going to get caught by the Shy. And FPX have moved themselves into the pit. Only a couple of control wards in their inventory.
And I'm just looking at whenever the Blitzcrank can sit on the other side of a wall where there's no IG vision.
He's got flash as well. Tian's got the ability to flank. So does the Shy.
Jackalope, that fight.
Chain of corruption misses. Jackie Left doesn't find a target. There's the dredge line, won't find it. Rocket Grab is flashed away from the engage from Ning. He catches LWX. Gimgoon's done his job. He's locked inside the Shy in the death round. And Tian, why are you on the chickens? Why are you on the Raptors? FPX are routed, are running for their lives. FPX are getting wrecked. Gimgoon almost wins the 1v1 against the Shy. He gets a gigantic shield, continues the fight. He does it. Gimgoon does his job, and he turns to his team, and he's like, team?
Yeah, he did his job and more. He jumped on the grenade and defused it immediately. How did you do that? That was actually so clean from
Yes, but IG won the fight. They're at Baron now.
Okay,
Trevor took me down a pathway.
But Tian has got himself the flash, he's got himself the smite, the rocket grab comes out, the static field as well. Tian concedes his life. Unable to find the kill, but now the Baron has stopped. Invictus are sending a message. Teleport's not coming in. Here comes LWX. The W is available. He's got flash. He's got killer instinct. Fun plus Phoenix have managed to turn IG away from the Baron. Now Rookie is going to look for a solo 1v1 battle here. Ultimate is available for LWX. If Rookie continues the chase, he's running to the teleport. Ultimate is available for Doinb. Doesn't have level 16. And teleport's coming into the blue buff. And oh my word, what are we watching?
Baron is technically a viable target still here.
But do you do it against the Nautilus and the Kai'Sa, who are right there? Gimgoon's got teleport available. Gimgoon can join the fray. Deathram is just about
2 versus 3 right now.
Back up, but look at the minimap.
Here we go.
That's a pop over the blast cone. Doinb continues to step forward. LWX jumps in with a killer instinct. He's been tagged with a hemo plague, starts getting eaten by the culling. Doinb is able to stay alive in the pit. Here comes Gimgoon. He may need to use that Deathram, and he does. LWX escapes with his life, and Baron's like, guys, what's up? He resets yet another time. Gimgoon almost and does find the solo kill, or the kill credit. Now, where's the next teleport coming in? That was by blue buff. Jackie Love joins the fray, and Baron is still a viable target.
Baron's got to be angry after this one. He is tired of fighting off new challengers. LWX will turn his eyes towards the Dragon instead and take a moment's quick shot.
New challenger appears. It is not super effective, is the Baron's statement right now. 21-19. 1,000 gold deficit for FPX, but they get themselves the Drake, Deficio.
I can't wait to see how the replay is going to look. Like, are we seeing the first fight? Are we seeing the next 3 fights at Baron? Like, I have no clue what's actually coming up very soon. Or if we just skip a replay, because they might just fight again. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Blitzcrank saved the day right there. He hooked Jackalope over the wall. They almost killed him, but it actually also meant that Rookie dashed over the wall to join the fight. So Baolan was stuck in there alone, and he died. And then everyone just started dying left and right. Let's see what happens now for IG. Okay, everyone is alive. Everyone is back on the map. I'm sure now they have agreed to just farm for the next 5 minutes. No one fights anything.
What I love is everyone is alive is valid analysis of the last 5 minutes of gameplay.
Okay, we get just the latest one. Doing B over the wall, stops the Baron, LWX into the backline, takes down the jungler. Great kiting on his side. And I actually believe that Doing B does die, and then Gimgoon takes over.
For Baron. Oh, he burns down. And then Rookie almost even wins this 1v1 with Gimgoon. Look at the sidestep on the last obliterate there, but he's able to pop it with the passive as well, burning him down. Invictus Gaming back at the open inhibitor, though. See about the angles for hooks? The Shy trying to lead the way because they know the Vladimir is the safest one.
And no flashes available for Doinby or Crisp, so Hook City and gates are closed. Inhibitor is going to get defended for now. The minions are cleared out very effectively, actually, from the FPX members. Level 16 was dinged for the Shy, for Rookie, for Doinby. And they've got access to those max level ultimates, and the gold is bang on even. This comes down to who gets hooked, who gets caught, or who goes down.
And I'm just looking at 280 carries on one side and what LWX on the other side from FPX will do. Who comes in?
All right, it does indeed. The obliterators, they're available. Battleline is in so much trouble. There's so much damage on the backline. LWX goes in with a killer instinct. He's been able to force the hourglass from Rookie, the barrel from Ning by so much time. It's 2 for 2 thus far. Ning is now trying to do something around. Tian finds the fight. Doinby goes down. The Shy will get killed. Fun plus Phoenix get the ace.
They win another one, and the Shy, he cannot carry these fights because he gets ulted by the Mordekaiser every single time.
And Doinby with the AP Nautilus runs straight up the middle. Ultimate down onto Jackie Love, and he makes a beeline for it right into the heart of the Invictus Gaming squad.
I love these teams, and I love this game so far. The Baron goes to Fun plus Phoenix. This is their first of the game, and it will take some time, obviously. And FPX are once again in control. 15 minutes ago, Fun plus Phoenix had a 5,000 gold lead over IG, and we're looking like a shoe-in to go 2-0. Now they have the lead again.
They're trying to wait.
But I'm not quite that confident. They have very good shout, so LWX and Doinby can pick it up.
Yeah, just 2 more seconds, and now we can kill it. There we go. Everyone gets it. Obviously, in terms of like pushing multiple lanes at this point in the game, 35 minutes in, it gets pretty hard because the enemy team will just try and flash engage onto you and take the fight. And obviously you need the Mordekaiser with the team so he can use his ulti.
Okay, so the hook on the Tomkins is one thing, but look at Doinby. Right through the entire team, gets the knockoff on all other 4 members, then just walks right up to Jackie Love. He forces half the team out of this. And then, as we're talking about over and over, Gimgoon ults the Shy, takes away the AoE from Vladimir, pulls him into the 1v1 during that time where FPX can actually take the rest of the team out.
Such a powerful pick right here because we know the Shy wants to team fight. He's gotten to the late game with Vladimir. Kobe, you tweeted he's the best player in the world right now. Well, he's sitting in a 1v1 every fight, and he can't actually carry.
If he's not on Summoner's Rift, it doesn't matter if he's the best player in the world when you're locked into that realm of death.
Exactly. You can't 1v9 if there's only one other person in there with you.
Very true. If you want more insane tweets, you got to follow @esportskobe and then a weird underscore at the end for whatsoever.
You got a flame?
No one knows why it's there.
On the world stage.
That's it. And that's where these two teams are competing. The Baron, 2 minutes left. Inhibitor turret still standing. And FPX, by the way, are still in a tower deficit, right? 4-6. This Baron doesn't seem like it's the nail in the coffin for IG. There will be more fights. That is inevitable when these two teams face off against one another. But how on earth do FPX want to set them up is going to be my question to Fisher. I mean, Elder's going to be up in 20 seconds.
Tiern will try and flank. He's been trying to do that all game long.
I think what we need to do, right, would be look at the vision for FPX. It's so scary. You talked about it earlier, Deficio. Everyone's been in those moments in late-game League of Legends. You have no vision over the objective. Yep. The enemy team has multiple ways to pick off members. They have double hooks here, so Invictus Gaming just have to...
Yeah, see, listen, we're literally just waiting because we don't know when this is going to start. Elder has been initiated. Look at Gimgoon over the wall. He's got flash available to him. He needs to break the Banshees from Shy. That's just been popped. Doinby to the Protobelt. Victor stole it! Ning jumps inside the pit. Now they've got Elder with the little buff, but there's already a dead member of IG. LWX uses the killer instinct to the back line. This could be it for FPX. They've got all the kills. That's a double for LWX. Now Gimgoon is taken down on the side. Tian manages to get one more. Rookie, the last man standing.
Yep, Rookie went to go solo Gimgoon on the top side of the map. He's got the Elder Dragon and a Guardian Angel still, but FPX, 4 members can rush down the bottom side with this Baron buff. They'll at least get to the inhibitor.
Yeah,
Long respawn.
TP as well on Doinby's side. He needs to just stay alive here, and he can always TP in if anything happens in the enemy base. Rookie wants to try and finish the game here.
Baron empowered minions are going to help so much here for Doinby. We've got a little bit of a base race. 15 seconds before Ning can respawn at Baolan. Now Rookie's in trouble. He needs to try back away, but he's going under Crisp. Flashes forward. Oh, we're going to get caught out. Power Fist into Starkfield. He's locked down. GA goes up, but he manages to find the kill. It's not done yet. Doinby now will throw out the Riptide. Depth Charge gets sidestepped. The base is being broken. The Nexus turret is still going to survive, and Rookie turns his attention. LWX gets the shutdown, but Rookie saves IG.
So Rookie stepped back initially and then realized, actually, I can take the fight here, and if I do, I might force the other team to recall. So we didn't get the end of the game here. FPX only got bot in it, nothing else.
That was such an important heroic outplay from Rookie there versus the 2 Hook champions. One Lucian comes out on top long enough to force the recalls of the rest of the team, so they cannot end the game with that Baron buff, buying time for the rest of Invictus Gaming to respawn.
Such a hero play right here, forcing FPX to stop pushing. They wanted to TP in with Doinby to finish the game, but they couldn't now that you win this fight initially. And as we said in the late game, this Nautilus, it's very hard for Doinby to actually carry the game. Rookie just dances around, and yes, obviously, LWX in the end can just take him down, but this means IG is still in it.
All right, 30 seconds left on the Elder that IG are holding. 1 minute 40 until the next Baron. 40 minutes into this game, 54 kills on the board. And frankly speaking, it doesn't matter what the Rift looks like. It's whoever wins the fight that is presented. And it has been presented many, many times. But it's FPX that are pushing forward, trying to get themselves that vision. Kobe trying to set themselves up some opportunities to look for those hooks.
And I keep heading into these setups thinking FPX for sure. They have so many cards to play right now. They have all the answers. The ultimate from Gimgoon on the Vladimir, the Nautilus ultimate, Tahm Kench cannot eat people out of it because of the AoE knockup that's going to come through. So they'll get access to those carries. But continually, it is about outplaying and setting up from this vision. Who gets the first pick? Ning has come up so big for IG multiple times in these fights, being the only one with the flash on Gragas to be able to flash in and get the surprise knockback.
But it's so interesting because the 2 AD carries on IG, one of them will get picked by Doinby. He will ult onto them. You can't really do anything to avoid it. Like, someone is gonna be forced to step back. So you can't just sit there and auto-attack permanently if you're Jackulov. And the moment anything happens in the backline, LWX finds an opening to then ult in and actually kill someone. So it's really interesting in these fights how hard it can be for Rookie and Jackulov to actually deal consistent damage. A bit easier for Rookie with the Lucian.
That's why I think the single most important player on Invictus Gaming right now in these team fights is Ning and his execution. There's so much variance in Gragas play. Here we go.
All right, Tian got flash, got kick, got targets available. The Shy is going to be joining the fray very soon. Look at the mini-map, everyone. The super minions for FPX are about to reach the stairs of Invictus Gaming. Baron is live and available.
And around every corner.
When we fight around Baron.
Every corner here where you can't see anything, you might get hooked by the Blitzcrank. Makes it so hard if you're not staying together. Ooh, a lot of damage on Doinby.
All right, Doinby is going to be in trouble. Throws down the hourglass. This is trouble indeed. Doinby Dredgeline is away to safety. He escapes for now. No, he is taken out. Death Realm is thrown down. Gimgoon's trying to do what he can against the Shy. Baolan's going to Tian in the backside, and now all of a sudden Gimgoon is blown up. That's the solo laners for FPX. Down. They're dead. They're done.
Look at the base. Look at the base.
Christmas moving in. LWX teleported in. He's got supers. We talked about it a moment ago. Now the teleport's coming into the Nexus turret. Will the tower survive long enough? Yes, it does. The Shy is fighting LWX. The Nexus is now being focused. LWX escapes for a few seconds longer. Devour buys enough time. LWX gets caught up with the time to play. He's down. He's dead. The base is being pushed. Invictus Gaming break the Nexus of FPX in the most kills of a game at Worlds ever. Unbelievable game that will be talked about forever.
You know we're going to 5 games. and it's gonna be 3 more games of this right here.
Nothing to pitch you.
We will definitely go to 5 games.
My voice may not go to 5 games if we get more of that. That was phenomenal. I got a little too excited in that win moment. Most kills at a game at Worlds since 2015. I said ever. Don't care. It's more fun than any of the previous ones.
No one would have